Hi friends, and welcome back to another Flying Dawn Marie adventure. If you're watching this, it is currently Saturday, February 8th. We are at the very beginning of the Horsetail Fall natural phenomenon firefall season, and we're going to take a look at the current conditions in Yosemite Valley today. Hopefully we'll even get a firefall tonight. We'll have to wait and see, but join me for a wonderful Yosemite Valley adventure. As we get started on today's adventure, I think it's important to mention that park entrance reservations are required for visiting on weekends this February. Reservations can be attained at recreation.gov. And I was pleasantly surprised that just after 10 a.m. on Saturday, there was no wait time to get in at the Arch Rock Gate entrance. It was quick and easy to get into the park with very minimal traffic throughout the valley all morning long. Our first park stop on the way to the valley was the Cascades, and they are flowing nicely. It's actually incredible to compare the current strong water flow to the minimal flow from just a week ago before the rains came in. Located a short walk away, Wildcat Falls is also flowing great right now. Currently, the drive to the Sentinel Bridge is completely clear, a real contrast to last week when snow and ice covered the ground, requiring chains along this drive. The historic Sentinel Bridge always gives a great view of the Merced water level, and just over a week ago, the Valley Loop Trail was covered in snow. Look at it now. Last week I had my snow cleats heading on this section of the trail to Bridalveil Fall, but no snow in sight. To give you a little picture of how quickly the weather conditions can change, this is the current walk along the Valley Loop Trail, and this is the same section of the hike last week. Isn't it remarkable what a few days of rain and warm weather can do? Another example along the trail is this overlook of the Merced River today versus the snow here last week. I certainly hope we have more snow on the way soon, because the weather can change so fast here though, it's important to always plan ahead for your winter Yosemite trips. Continuing on, we're making a stop at Tunnel View, and this is the first place we're really starting to see the park crowds on this Saturday. Of course, it's not at all surprising to see so many people, as this is one of the most popular and easily accessible scenic overlooks. But you can always find space to capture your own little slice of the view here. And you can even see Silver Strand Falls starting to flow here, unlike last week when it was completely dry. Our next stop is Bridalveil Fall Trail, which is a great family-friendly Yosemite hike year-round. But let me show you. Last week, micro spikes were a must here, and I saw numerous people slipping and sliding along the icy trail. Today, there's no sign of snow along this hike, and because of the recent rains last week, this waterfall has really picked up, and you can even feel the mist spraying you as you approach the base of this wonderful waterfall. Far more than the water flow you saw here just a week ago. And across Southside Drive, on the opposite side of Bridalveil Fall, Ribbon Fall has started flowing again, and it's beautiful to see the longest single drop waterfall in North America flowing so nicely in February. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dawn, a full-time travel blogger, and every week I share an adventure with you on my travel website, flyingdawnmarie.com, and these videos bring you along with me for a virtual visit each time, so make sure to turn on notifications, like and subscribe, and let's explore together. Stopping at Sentinel Bridge, there's a nice little crowd. Of course, that's understandable with this view. As we drive along Southside Drive, numerous pullouts are completely blocked off, like the 4-mile trailhead area. Now, please make sure to visit the official Yosemite NPS website for the most up-to-date and accurate park information, including temporary trail and parking area closures to protect sensitive natural areas during the February firefall season. Heading over to Sentinel Meadow, we can really see Upper Yosemite Falls flowing well, especially if we compare the same spot last week when the trail was sprinkled with spots of snow and the waterfall was just a little trickle. Heading over to Lower Yosemite Falls Trail, you finally see a hint of winter as you cross the bridge and see the snowy ice along the river. The hike to Lower Yosemite Falls is always beautiful, and the falls are flowing so well right now. Take a look at last week to see the difference. And at the base of Lower Yosemite Falls, you can hear the water crashing down now, as opposed to last week before the rain when the lower falls was definitely not flowing as strong. We also saw the crowds at this popular waterfall trail, and it's not surprising because it is closer to the parking and viewing area for the crowds that are heading to see Firefall later this evening. Yosemite Falls parking near Camp 4 and Yosemite Valley Lodge is a popular parking place to view Horsetail Falls. It's just a 1.5 mile walk each way to the park-provided El Cap picnic viewing area. The left traffic lane of Northside Drive is closed to vehicles here so that pedestrians can safely walk to and from the viewing area. And you'll find vault toilets, trash, and recycling available at the picnic area. Now, if you're interested in heading to the El Capitan Meadow to watch for big wall climbers, this can also be a great spot for parking, in my opinion, because the El Cap Meadow parking area is actually a shorter walk at under a mile each way, and then it's all about finding your perfect spot to enjoy the evening Horsetail Fall natural firefall phenomenon. The Yosemite Valley Shuttle is also an option for getting to the viewing area. Nate and I typically arrive early if the weather is mild. Not only do you get your pick of viewing spots, but we love watching the afternoon light move across El Cap. We arrived early at the El Cap picnic area because there are so many spots here. Now, you might be bundled with a lot of photographers right by the road. Of course, there are other spots where you won't be so surrounded, and I think we're gonna have a great view. All we need is for the show to happen tonight. The areas near the roadside tend to fill up the most and see more people the closer you get to 5 p.m. Now, at our spot, I set up my Insta360 so you can get a little behind the scenes look at the crowds near us and our viewing spot setup. Even though it's early in the season, the orange glow against the wall started showing around 5:15 in the evening, and soon the waterfall was showing off a fiery glow. As the season progresses in the next week or two, and hopefully as we get more snow, Horsetail Fall will show off even more intensely, but I still enjoyed the beautiful evening we got. Soon the sun sets, and it's time to walk back to the parking area. Now, it does get dark quickly, so make sure to bring a headlamp or high-power flashlight for the walk. And be prepared for a little bit of traffic on your drive out of the park, but it's so worth it for this wonderful Yosemite experience. Thank you so much for joining me for the real-time Yosemite Valley conditions and quite an evening pursuing a firefall here. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And for more information, see my full blog post at flyingdawnmarie.com. And until next week, I hope you find adventure and encouragement wherever you go. Bye.